Hi, everybody. This is Doug Swink, and super excited to get to share with you my goals for the second half, which actually works out kind of well since I'm 54 years old. I am technically moving into the second half. And so this was a timely assignment for me as I read and did this. I was thinking about a time I had an opportunity to sit down with Coach John Wooden, the former coach of the UCLA Bruins. Voted by ESPN as the greatest coach in American history. And sitting with Coach Wooden, he made a statement which I'm pretty sure wasn't original to him, but he said, "Failing to plan is planning to fail." And I thought that was an epic statement for right now as I look at the second half of my life. So the 5 areas of my life that I'm looking at growing and the 5 goals that I have. The first one is to graduate with my master's degree. And I'm very excited about that because I am so hungry right now just to learn. And especially in the area of biblical context, understanding the context in which the scriptures were written and how those apply to our lives today, along with knowing what it means to be a biblical disciple, the kind of disciple that Jesus trained and Jesus helped to produce that changed the world. Those are the kind of disciples that I believe we need to make today. And the disciples that Lighthouse Community Church, where I have the privilege of serving, the kind of disciples that we want to create as well. My second goal is to run a half marathon. I tell people that I hate running, but I love to eat. And so for me, running is a way that allows me to eat. It keeps me healthy. It keeps me not only in shape physically, but mentally. And so that's my second goal. My third goal is to develop friendships, true and lasting friendships. And I know that it seems like as pastors, one of the areas that we lack in, at least a lot of pastors I know, don't have friendships outside of the church where they can just let their hair down, be themselves, not be on, quote unquote, all the time. But that's where I really feel like I need to invest. I'm a people person. I love being around people. I love just being myself. But I really need those friends that I can just be me, that I can share what's going on in my life. I can share the problems, the hassles, the prayer requests, and not feel like I'm Pastor Doug. So to intentionally develop those friendships. I also my next goal is to intentionally develop my relationships with my daughters and my son-in-law and my wife. This year has been so crazy just with so much going on. And I know in church work that's the same for everybody. It's the nature of the beast. But I know that God has revealed to me that one of the priorities that he has given to me is my wife and my daughters and my son-in-law, that I must develop those relationships. And I see them as an opportunity to disciple them. My oldest daughter, Maddie, is married to my son-in-law, Connor. They've been married for 2 years around Labor Day weekend this year. My middle daughter, Alex, is a senior at Indiana Wesleyan University, and my youngest daughter, Tori, is a sophomore at Indiana Wesleyan University. As they get older, I want those relationships to be sweeter and deeper and unique. And the way that's going to happen is by me being intentional with them, spending the time, writing, calling, driving to where they are, and just investing in those relationships. And then finally, the last one for me is investing purposely in my relationship with God. I want to continue to have daily time with him, and not just devotional time, but I really want to get to a point where throughout the day I'm carving out time to be with him, whether it's lunchtime prayers or taking a break mid-afternoon or both, and just making sure I'm carving out those times. I also want to plan a quarterly day alone with God where I'm getting out of the office, getting away from my house, and it's just me and God. And really purposely carving out those times with him. And so those are my 5 goals for this coming year. I know they're huge, and I know they're going to take a lot of work, but I also know for the second half of my life, those are the kind of goals that I need to set so that I can grow to be the disciple of Jesus Christ, the husband, the father, and the friend that God has created me to be. So that's it for me. And I hope that you have a great evening, and that I look forward to reading your goals as well. Take care.